Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and we are here with our weekly channeling session. Today, we have Eric. If you guys remember, he was with me the very beginning, and we're so happy to see him. Of course, we have some of the other members who are also here to help if in bringing the messages and bringing to reality the places that we go to, and to energetically be a collective. As always, please, we want you to continue following us. So hit the subscribe button, like, share. The more people that receive these messages, the better it is for humanity. We have so many beings, light beings, trying to help us. And yet we keep forgetting, they trying to guide us, and we keep ignoring. So this is a good way to get these messages out there. We're going to just close our eyes for a second. And for those that have never done this, if you do not know how to travel and you want to travel with us, just set your intention to any coordinates or any place that we arrive at. There are different ways of getting there. So not one way is the right way, since there are so many councils of beings, of light beings, Council of 9, Council of 12, Council of 8, and many other ones that keep communicating with us. And at this time, we just want to bring that to your attention. So don't give up and say you don't know how to do this. Just set your intention. I would like to travel with them, and you shall come, because they are there to help you. Again, close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and establish that connection to your higher being. Your higher being is the one that will be able to take you wherever it is that you want to go to or need to go to. Now, I have been given a coordinate, and then after that, we will just go wherever it takes us. So the coordinate for today is 727-352. 727-352. Just let your body flow there. Just let your real higher self flow there. And I, at this very moment, arrived at a beautiful full crystal place. Everything around me is made of crystals. Everything is bright. Everything is beautiful energetically. I feel those vibrations go through my whole body. Now, again, for those that are here with me, participating, Eric, Leave, Miriam, please, if you receive something, share with the world and share with us. Again, I see bright, bright sunshine. This place seems to be a very distant planet or dimension. But I get the feeling it's more of a planet. And the crystals are shining very bright, but the reflection is like the reflection is different colors. I see pink hues, I see blue hues, I see purple hues. It's like a diamond that shines, and it's very pretty and shines all over different shades of different colors. Now I hear someone telling me that this is a place where we needed to start today.
Okay. I'm not sure I'm on the right page but you might be correct. For me, I'm not saying it's a spaceship, but it's flying. So it's not so it can be a planet, but then the emphasis is not on the planet, but the flying off.
Yes. It's like we're floating, flying, floating. And it's like a transport.
Yeah.
Like if it was a bus or an airplane.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that puzzles me a little because I said, okay.
That's what I'm getting.
But still, it's a planet.
Mm-hmm.
Or a kind of planet.
Kind of planet.
And it's okay. And it's about transporting from one spot to the other one, but spot is also a multidimensional communication.
Yes. Yes. It's too vast for our little human brain to understand. But it's a way to go anywhere, anytime, any place. Any dimension, any planet, anywhere. Now I do feel that there are light beings around us.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay.
Star seed beings.
Mm-hmm.
But we are connected.
Mm-hmm.
It's also about what I said just before the meeting. We are going nowhere.
Yeah.
And understanding that means that we're going nowhere, but we're going really far at the same time because we have to go inside of us. And then this is the time to go inside to find your true reality. Not the reality that others want us to be in.
Yeah, that's why it feels connected. I mean, this is not something far out. It is our connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's our star.
It's learning how to be quiet. And I'm hearing, let me see if I could pronounce this correctly, from a being that's there trying to talk to us. Kwajizing. Hoping I'm not butchering that, and I apologize to the being if I am. He wants us to understand. Go ahead. He wants us to understand that we are here connected. And we are here because we have been here all the time. We're here and we're there at the same time. We're everywhere. We're at a point where we need to start going within and not look for the distractions out here. Leaf, did you have something?
Is there a bells ringing? The word bell keeps coming into my mind.
Yes, but they sound to me very far away. It's kind of like church bells, kind of letting us know this is the time. This is the time to look inside and start looking at things differently, different perspectives, different side of the coin, per se.
I think the first thing that's a he, the he is trying to again, say is not the word, is to experience or to look from a non-local perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And this is why we're there, going nowhere, but moving. It's kind of to let us know that sometimes busy work gets us nowhere. That we need to sit, stop, let ourselves catch up, go within, and start looking at things in a different perspective. Ah, here it is. What I am getting right now is that if someone, I am basically translating it so we understand it, because our lack of language, human lack of language, I'm trying to, they're basically saying that if someone has a difference of opinion than you do, don't shut it out. Listen to what they say and see if that perspective, if you can see that through a different type of lens, through different lenses, maybe that perspective works for you better at this very moment in your life. Not to shut out everyone and everything. To let things come in.
From everywhere is coming information flowing to you.
Exactly.
Connected with your inner wisdom. Mm-hmm. Listen.
Exactly.
And let it, what is the word in English? Let it let it show itself in the cosmic, in the totality of everything, and don't think in all these little boxes. Just open these boxes inside of you and get into this vast space of all wisdom that is there.
Yes.
What I get is that humanity is still thinking that moving is, even on a very high level, is changing perspective. So we change spot or insight, and that seems to be an inner moving. But he is trying to tell me, when you don't have an opinion, the opinion comes to you and offers you a free ride. So he has no personal favor whatsoever, but he's traveling at, so to speak, the speed of light.
Mm-hmm.
So he's inviting us to just observe and embrace every old or new insight or intention or even judgment, and you can surf on the waves of that invite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you go into a deeper level of understanding. And at the same time, your light will shine brighter. You'll be able to look at things with the awe and wonder of our youth.
Yeah.
And learn how to have fun again and how to enjoy what is around us instead of carrying that extra weight. Now, if everyone just looks to the outer, you're going to see that we're, for lack of wording, we're flying by. And you could see the planets and the stars just, and yet within that space, we are calm. We don't feel wind. We don't feel anything. We're just in a beautiful calmness, peaceful way. But if you look just to space, you can see that we're passing things pretty fast. And what I am hearing right now is that no matter how chaotic it is outside of you, this is how peaceful it will be advantageous for you to be this peaceful. Basically stopping, taking a breath, observing, and then trusting where you're going, trusting the path. All right, now I'm hearing violins. Who's hearing violins? They're coming in like getting louder and louder.
What I think that means is, and again, for the lack of better words, humanity thinks that there is only space and time to travel in, but when you stop identifying yourself with any thought, so to speak, and then thought is way off, that space and time is only one string on the violin, and there are many, 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 many non-space-time continuums, for a better word, you can surf on. And exactly like a violin, the music takes you, not the string.
Okay, anyone else? Because I'm getting the tap on the shoulder now. Means we're about to go someplace else.
We've got expansion and contraction. As our beings expand, we can do more, and then there's the natural contraction. But we can't really have one without the other entirely. It's kind of like the idea of breathing. there's that expansion and then a softening and contraction of energy.
Thank
What
you.
what I think you said is that space-time is a very constricted viewing point. When you expand more, you will notice that there is space and time within space and time and even beyond that. And if you expand more, you can see that the universe we think is vast. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, take another deep breath, everyone. And I am hearing it's time to move on. 826-369. 826-369. Again, for those that don't know how to do this or have never done this, just set the intention. And just enjoy. Let things come to you. All right, the first one that arrives there, anybody can talk. I'm traveling slow today. Okay, where I arrived is a spaceship, but it is all, I see all blue lights. Everything is basically in the blue color spectrum section. And I feel Arcturians there. They're coming in slowly, and there they are. All right, there is one being that is taller, pure white hair, very blue eyes. And trying to communicate with us. Eric, I believe that that being is to your right-hand side, kind of like at 2 o'clock.
He has my hand. Again, the subject is the same. He's trying to get us somewhere, but then again, nowhere.
I see that he's just he's you also.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
He's you in another dimension.
Interesting.
It's a very high dimension.
Mm-hmm.
There is in a very high dimension, Eric.
Yeah, okay. What I get is he's trying to teach, learn us, or point us to how to see the future as nowhere.
There's nowhere. And I can feel now in my skin a change in vibration. You can all feel it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very powerful vibration, but more loving.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden I see like a wording, windows opening up, like the curtains opening up to all these windows all around us.
And you can also make contact, Glenda, with your other Glenda.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. I can see her looking out of a window, smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
He's trying to explain or make a sense that blue energy is taking us beyond confinement.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not talking bodies, he's talking every confinement, space, time, location, to, as Glenda said, open all doors, throw them away. There are no doors.
Right.
There is no space.
It's all up to us to stop confining ourselves or constricting ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Miriam, if you see, look around, we each can see our higher self is there. And whether we're able to see them or feel them or hear them, each one of us has our counterpart there, which is ourselves, but lack of wording. So we understand it a little easier. The full, complete self is there. And it is basically each one of us has ourselves next to each other. And it's funny because I even see Jazz's self there. I was going to be here, unable to. I see a lot of different beings, a lot of different selves per se. So if you are trying to find yours, be open to it. And this way you'll be able to hear, whether it's your inner ear or your physical ear, what guidance they're trying to give you. I'm giving everyone a minute or two, second or two. Each one of us getting our own downloads per se, our own messages. And if nothing else, you'll feel that energy whoosh through your body.
And you can also feel that around you, it's becoming less dense.
Mhm.
It's wider. get used to not thinking in time constantly.
Mhm.
Time and space, if we can skip that for
Mhm.
a few times a day,
Mhm.
will
Mhm.
make it much more lighter, much more open to all the possibilities that are there, all the information that is yours. You have to open what you said, Glenda. Open, throw all away those doors and
Mhm.
locks and open. No time, no space.
No constrictions.
No constrictions.
And that blue light is dissolving those constrictions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If we allow it. When we allow it.
And there's so much more joy.
Mhm.
And a greater sense of freedom.
Oh yes, the word freedom came. The moment you said it, say my in my ear, freedom.
There isn't that heaviness in the shoulders anymore. Just
And
like
yeah, continue.
it's like flying free. Sorry, Amy, go ahead.
That is trying to, no, he's not trying, he's blowing, he's blowing the definitions that when you think of space, time, and identification, if we drop that, that would be the ultimate goal. Is that peanuts? You ain't seen nothing yet. Dimensions, forget them, forget them.
I'm hearing we exist, period. Just exist. Just be present and exist. Because we exist in many different timelines, many different dimensions, many different places, many different lifetimes, many different vibrational levels at the same time. So we exist. We are.
Yeah, is trying to compare that. If we would think that we exist in a million ways at the same time, I said, okay, if you consider that, what would you consider if I, that blue being, is doing that all the time, all at once?
Mm-hmm.
So he exists in a million ways, or in a so vast way, but still in a one way. Again, he's trying to put words beyond our comprehension.
Exactly. Yes. We're so limited in language.
Mm.
But I am hearing that no matter what, our higher self will understand.
Mm.
It will resonate.
It reminds me of the movie Doctor Strange. I don't know if Eric and Miriam are familiar with it. In the movie, Doctor Strange learns to move from dimension to dimension and change physical reality that he experiences. And it's Glenda, help me out here. Can
Basically, at the same time, he could be one person and be another person and be another being and be another place and another time and another place, another time, without any restrictions.
yeah.
I am feeling a lot of energy though coming at us. Kind of rejuvenating that joy and that love that's within all of us. So we don't forget it. So we take our time to remember it. And Miriam, I'm getting that you are getting the next message.
Yeah, it's something that this morning I walked on the street and there was so funny, as if I was in a different world. There was suddenly a whole flock of pigeons
Mhm.
came out of the blue, again blue, out of the blue, and they
Mhm.
just landed on one spot. All these pigeons. It was on the sidewalk, and there were two women sitting on a bench and watching it. And one said, "Oh, the pigeons know exactly the time."
Mm.
It was as if I was in a movie. And then this other lady came. She was dressed in red, and she took out of her bag a big bag with seed, and she threw it she just stand just above these pigeons, and she let it just, she threw it out over the pigeons. That was such a beautiful sight, and she smiled. It was such a strange vision on the street. I
Mm.
mean, there were maybe 100 pigeons, and I didn't see them coming, but they were just landing in front of me. So what?
Mm.
Yeah. And these three women, they were smiling to each other, they were smiling to me, and that was it. And that is, I think, and I, I had this feeling tonight that I thought there are so many things coming to you, just coming to you.
Mhm.
You don't have to do it. We are not to doers. And that is such an important thing. We are not to doers. Things are just, life is just, yeah, unfolding.
Mhm.
And these pigeons for me there's so much, yeah, bliss coming from heaven. If you
Mhm.
see it as signs of spirit, these pigeons, the dove, yeah.
And be open to them.
Yes, yeah.
Now I'm getting the tap on the shoulder again. So anybody have anything else to say? Because I think that is the basic messages today.
Be open for all the blessings that life, all the messages, everything that is life giving to you, source is giving to you. Be open, receive. Don't do anything, just receive it. You don't have to do, of course, you can follow an impulse, but be open.
Beautiful. Leave anything?
No, not now.
Okay. Eric?
I got the same message as Miriam, so
Yes, me too.
different words, same content.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They want us to just leave it at that for today. And as we slowly go back down to our zero, our reality, nice and slow, no need to rush. Enjoy the flowing back down. Take a nice deep breath. And when you exhale, thank yourself for taking this trip. Take yourself for allowing this to happen. Thank yourself for being open and allowing all the messages and blessings to come in. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Leaf. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Eric. It was nice seeing you again. Thank you to all the councils and all the beings that have guided us today. And thank you to our audience for taking this moment to take this ride with us. Again, see you next week. Many blessings. And we love you all. Bye.